guys, live for my first episode of 2021. Welcome to the Rambling Hour with Lisa. So I am just looking at the, I thought I would do a New Year's type theme, but I just went with winter. And the crazy thing is, I was gonna set up in the living room or dining room, but then I thought that's not fair, set up in there, because everybody likes to use, the TVs in the living room. And whether I'm in the dining room or the living room, I'm kind of taking up that whole area, so that's not really fair, so I won't set up there. But then, so I thought I'd be in the entranceway, not thinking that if anyone wants to get anywhere, I'm in the entranceway. So the door behind me is the door to the dining room and living room, and then this mirror reflects the stairs, so if anybody comes down the stairs. And then to get to the bathroom downstairs or the kitchen or anything, people have to pass through here. And actually, I'm near the front door right now, but because we can't go anywhere, because we're in tier 4 of the lockdown with Corona, COVID, then no one's going to be using the front door really right now anyways. So we, like I said, welcome to a new year, and we'll see what this year holds for us. And I am excited to get more lives. I was wondering why I'm doing these lives and what it's good for, but I know that when I was out in the garden a lot and taking a lot of time in the garden, I thought maybe I was taking too much time in the garden, but I meditated on it, and my guides and told me that I meant to be in the garden, and to continue working in it. So whatever my purpose is and where I'm going to be going has to do with gardening, or anyways, there was a reason that I was in the garden, and I need to continue doing my work in there. So I do, and I love it. But there's something about these lives as well. Again, like I've said before, if nobody really watches them, that's okay with me, but there's something that the universe is preparing me for, and I don't know what it is. But I do feel like doing these lives, whether they're just practice or something, is setting me up for something that I'm going to be doing in the future. So, hi Erin, hi Melody, hi everybody else who's watching. I do have a guest today. I can see her poking her head in the mirror already. Yep, turn, that's okay. And my guest is live with me today, but they are part of my bubble, so that is okay. Hi Karen. So, I'd like to introduce you to one of our middle children, Aurora, who is 15. She's a little cowgirl today. Alright, so Aurora, you can scoot your chair a little closer to me, or I can move the camera so it's in the shot better. So, this is Aurora. She's 15. She turned 15 in September, and she is so excited to be on live today. Erin says hello.
Hi.
So I'm going to let you talk to Aurora for one moment. I just need to run and do something really quickly. So Aurora, tell them about yourself.
Hi, I'm Aurora. I'm 15. What
do you do in school? What do you want to do with your life?
Okay, so in school I'm studying, I've got 3 course subjects that I was allowed to pick. I'm doing product design, French, and music. When I'm older, I don't really know what I want to be. I'd either want to be a fashionista, like making clothes, or a makeup artist. But in most colleges, if you want to be a makeup artist, you need art to do that, and I didn't pick art. I don't know. I don't remember.
How long it's been since you've seen Erin?
Yeah.
Probably, so I think, I would say over 6 years if it was before we moved here, but I can't remember if we saw you when we came back for our visit the first time, which was 5 years ago, so at least 5 or 6 years. And what else was I going to say? So sit up. And oh, sorry, I don't know what I just did. I touched my light and it went off. I just wanted to turn it down a little bit so we're not as shiny. Is that all right?
Yeah.
So, so what Aurora was saying about schooling is she'll have to. Oh, Aaron said the first visit back. That's right. So just over 5 years ago, because we went in October. Like, we were here, and then a year later we went back to Canada to visit. Remember that picture of Erica and Brock when they're wearing pajamas with Dad?
In those, the star ones?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's probably the last time you've seen Aaron. Yeah, it is a long time. So if she's 15, she was 10 when you saw her, Aaron. Oh yeah, so because she's not taking art in high school, she'll have to, when she goes on to college, she'll have to take some kind of art or whatever she needs for as her, what are they called? Your, like, prerequisites. I can't remember what the word is I'm looking for, that you need to get into fashion design or beauty school and stuff. She'd be really good. She's always been good with fashion and putting clothes together and everything else like that, or she is a good makeup artist. She's always been interested in things like that, so I think those will be good things for her to do. I have some guests lined up for the next few weeks as well, and I want to start getting certain questions that I would ask my guests so that we know a bit about them. I don't know what they will be, but I'm watching and listening to some podcasts and stuff, and starting to think about what I could use as questions. I'm just going to touch my light again because I'm sitting forward so that we look about the same size with Miss Slouchy over here, but it's a bit bright when I sit up too close. There, that's better. And up. I mean, she is really tall, so I don't know if I want her to sit up too tall, but yeah, okay, and slouch. Just kidding. So 15, do you feel like you're prepared for adulthood?
In getting a job, probably, maybe, but like, depends on how long COVID is.
Yeah, so you're willing to do any job just to make some money and to learn some skills?
I can get a proper job.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to adulting?
I don't know.
Are you looking forward to paying bills?
No, not really.
Paying for your own
I
phone?
might stay here till I'm 19 until I can save up enough money to get my own like place or like.
Well, there's no rush with that.
Apartment.
You just gotta, make your way. Yeah, Auntie Melody says adulting sucks.
Yeah.
Enjoy being a kid. How many of my viewers would go back to being 15 if they could? There's pros and cons with all of it. I mean, there's good things with the no responsibility really at 15, but at the same time, of course, the things we complain about at 15 is we want to do our own thing. We don't want the rules that our parents are making, and we want the freedom, but we don't understand that the freedom comes with a lot of responsibility and expenses.
17. You can start your learners
Yeah.
at 16, like your learner's test, and then if you pass that, then you can drive it.
You can't really be behind a wheel and practicing with somebody in the car until you're 17. Laura said nope, she wouldn't want to be 15 again. So this back here is something that Steve got for Christmas. I know it's backwards on here, but I'll flip a picture around later. And it says, family, a little bit of crazy, a little bit of loud, and a whole lot of love. Might be a little more crazy than that says, but... So, Melody says, I enjoyed the time with friends at 15.
I have no friends.
Yeah, well... especially, Mom and Grandma said, no, she doesn't want to be 15 again. But, yeah, it is a bit difficult right now with COVID for all of us for different reasons. But with young people like that going out for getting together with friends and everything, thank goodness for technology and that we can keep in contact with our friends or no friends at this time. And Aurora just got this for Christmas. And it says...
Morning, gorgeous.
Morning, gorgeous, but obviously it's not morning here, but
No.
Aurora's gorgeous any time of the day.
Thank you.
And she got that from her big brother, Owen. So how does it feel to be in a big family?
It's okay. I mean, sometimes we're like all in different rooms, so it's not like we're always together.
Do you think having a good sized house helps?
Yeah, if we had a small house, that'd be very difficult.
Everybody wanting to fight over the one TV and be in the same room and...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How is it having a room with two of your sisters?
Hard because we all make a mess, but we all blame each other for the mess, and we say that we're not going to clean it up. They can clean it up. So it's hard because if we had our own rooms, if we made a mess, we'd have to clean it up because it's our responsibility. But if we all make a mess, then it's 3 times as messy, and we blame each other for like all the clothes on the floor and stuff.
And is one of you more messy than the other, or are you all messy the same amount but in different ways?
Allison is, I'd probably say, the least. Erica, she's not messy. She just doesn't put away her clothes, so it...
So you're saying
piles.
You're the messiest.
But I'm the messiest. Like, I'd pull out a piece of clothing and be like, no, I don't want to wear that. And pull out another one, throw it over my head. And be like, where's that thing? And start pulling them out. And then I look at the mess I made, and then I said, I'll do it later. and then I don't end up cleaning it. And then it gets messier.
When we were kids, when we were, I guess, about teenagers for me and my sister and stuff, when we were, maybe my sister was a teenager, I don't think I was a teenager yet, but we got new carpets in the house, including our rooms, and we got to choose the color that we wanted. Yeah, that's what my grandma's saying right now. And Auntie Melody said she does that too. So this is a story about Auntie Melody. We got new carpets, and the funny thing was that for Melody, who's 4 years older than me, and so she was a teenager, her carpet stayed like brand new because there was always a layer of clothes on her floor that kept the carpet from getting stained or anything. Erin says, I found a big family a lot of fun, and in the extended family of cousins and aunts and uncles for Christmas or camping and other celebrations is worth the memories. Absolutely, Erin, and I miss making the memories, but I'm so grateful for how many we do have. And Lori says, your girls are great. Lisa, thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
And your carpet was covered with clothes. Yep, that's what Melody said. Not my carpet. Oh yeah, she says her carpet. My carpet was covered. And I was clean. I was OCD clean. I mean, listen, one of the reasons that I am so clean is because I can make a mess. I'm clumsy, I'm messy, and everything else. But I did like to have, like, I didn't even like doing my homework until my room was clean. So I would even clean my siblings' rooms if they drove me crazy enough. Like, the rooms drove me crazy.
The weird thing is, if I go
Hi, LJ.
If I go to someone else's
Merry
house,
Christmas and Happy New Year. Sorry, go on.
If I go to someone else's house and their room is messy, I'll offer to clean up with them because I don't have a problem. Because I like to clean other people's rooms or, like, different rooms in the house, but I don't like to clean my own room.
I would say Aurora is like that, like me, in the sense that when she has the urge to clean, she likes it clean, and she can be very detailed with her cleaning. So, whereas her 2 sisters aren't as bothered about the details. But Auntie Melody and Auntie Tina were like that as well. I was worried about them when Auntie Tina wasn't as messy, but it could get... And Uncle Billy was just a boy, so his room was, you know... But I have to say, all my siblings, once they moved out, I think it's important that you have the skills and you know how to clean. Whether you use them or not is up to you. But once they moved out and had their own places, their rooms might have been messy still in their place, but overall, their house, especially when they were having guests over, their whole house would be clean. So as long as you know how to do it. Auntie Melody says her room is actually clean right now. But Melody, does that mean that there's not a layer of dust on your dresser right now? Or are you just saying that it's tidy, like there's no clothes on the floor?
Yeah, she's always about that. What my clean standard is in our room is the floor's clean, and we have 2 like big white drawers. Is that what they're called?
Dressers.
Dressers.
Sets of
And
drawers.
So
You
the top
actually
of
have
that
4.
one's clean and the other one's clean.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But like we have a piece of wood on top of 2 dressers, so it's like a long table. If those 2 are clean and the floor is clean, that's clean to us. But Mom's is like, dust is gone, all those little bits and bobs that are around.
Yeah, top to bottom, left to
folded.
right, and you organize everything. And that's what my cousin Erin said too. She said that you reorganized more than any other person I know. I still do that because I try to find the best way. I don't know what I just did on my phone, but we look a lot brighter now. I try to find the best ways to organize things. So once I organize something, if I can find a better way to do it, then I'll find, do. I'm gonna bring this down a little so that we can. Okay. Yeah. So I do reorganize a lot, and I try to find the best way that things work. Once I find a system I like, then I might leave it like that for a while. But I do reorganize a lot. And Auntie Melody said my room is actually. Oh no, she said. Grandma said for a day about Auntie Melody's room, and then Auntie Melody said, okay, sort of clean. I need to dust. I know them too well. Time for me to get clean and want to come home and be clean. Justin, that would be awesome. We're all here for you. I know we don't talk lots, but Justin is another cousin, and we're a big family, just like my cousin Erin said, and we're all here for you. So... And Auntie Melody said, don't look under her bed. The thing is, 2 of the girls in that, like Aurora and Erica, have loft beds, so their beds are really up high. So the underbed, Aurora's underbed is not, well, actually, Aurora's underbed is underneath the bed Erica sleeps in, but it's Aurora's stuff under the bed. And then under the bed that Aurora sleeps in is Allison's bed. So, and Justin, Melody said, we all love you. I am wearing a cardigan for winter, but it's quite warm in this entranceway, so don't mind me if I just take off my clothes. What's the best thing about having a big family right now at your age?
Just like spending time together. I mean, this Christmas I wasn't really bothered about all the presents. I was excited to like sit around the table and like laugh and have fun, because that's what matters. And like when we take pictures, it's like good memories. And to be honest, this Christmas I was actually in a good mood. Most of the Christmases I would always be very moody, and then I'd yell at my sisters, but I was actually in a good mood.
Do you think you're maturing a little bit as you get older?
Maybe a little bit.
Not supposed to drink at the same time. So, what's the worst thing about having a big family?
Mostly the rooms and stuff. Like, if someone's in a room and you want to go in that room, you're gonna have to go into a different room because they are already in that room and they tell you to get out.
But imagine, like we said before, having a smaller house where there's not a room for everyone to be in.
Yeah. But there's nothing really bad about having a big family except people being in the room that you want to be in.
Auntie Melody says, I agree, family activities are the best. That's why we all like board games. And Grandma says, having a hot glass, Lisa. Mom, I don't know what you mean by a hot glass. This is not wine, this is just pop. And Aurora has a hot drink. We'll say it's hot chocolate, but it's probably...
Mocha.
Yeah, it's mocha. Well, the wait for the bathroom, the thing is that we built, as you know, Meldy, because you've been to our house, the bathroom upstairs was huge, and when you went into the bathroom, it's like a room, and it had a separate, like, shower stall and a bathtub, and then, and a sink, and then you went into a door, and that was a little room, and that's where the toilet was, but we blocked that off. Again, you didn't see it that way, you saw it after it was blocked off, and, that little room with the toilet in was big enough to make an ensuite for Thomas's room, so it has a toilet, a little corner shower, and a sink. And we opened a doorway into his bedroom. And then this big room here, we put in a different walk-in shower, a tub, and a sink, and then a toilet in this room, so it made 2 bathrooms. Then we have a bathroom downstairs, which will be, it won't have a bathtub, because I don't think a house needs more than 1 bathtub. That's just me. And it'll have a walk-in shower, a sink, and a toilet, actually the exact same ones as the upstairs bathroom. But as it is right now, it just has the toilet and the sink. So, and as Melody, like, the thing is, we grew up in a house that had what we call 2.5 bathrooms. So, only one of them was, oh, actually, it was, I guess, it would technically be 1 and 2 half bathrooms, because one of them had a shower and a tub. The other 2 were just toilets and sinks. But having more than 1 toilet in a house is, I think, crucial. Sometimes it's even hard when people are in the bathrooms and we're knocking and being like, you know. So, but yeah, sharing a bathroom is tough. Luckily, the girls have mirrors in their room, so they do their makeup and stuff in the... And our laundry room, what is our laundry room right now, used to be a bathroom. So it has the mirrors up still from when it was a bathroom. So there's mirrors in there to do your hair and makeup as well. So there's lots of places to get ready, so we don't all have to be fighting for 1 mirror in 1 bathroom. Wow, and my cousin Erin said that she said to my mom, Grandma McDermott, that we should plan a Disney Paris trip as a group.
That's expensive.
Yeah, but no, it'd be more expensive for them to come all the way over here.
I know.
France isn't far for us. But I know that Steve also said that, not that we couldn't do a family trip somewhere, but maybe we'll meet in Ireland or something, Erin. But I think Steve said once to me that if he was going to go to Disneyland, Disney World again, he wouldn't go to the one in Paris. He'd pay the money to go to the one in Florida, or like, I guess the one in Paris is not the best of the 3, but it would still be awesome to have a group trip somewhere and get together once all this COVID stuff is done. Yes, so Erin says, because she has 2 kids, Hunter and Georgia, a boy and a girl, and they moved to Kelowna, BC from Alberta, and she says they have multiple bathrooms, which is good, because Georgia loves to spend time in there. I think we all love bathrooms. I don't know why. Especially mirrors. I love mirrors, as you can see, because there's a mirror here, and then if you see, there's like right in this corner right here, it's reflecting another mirror over there, and then there's a mirror there, and I love my mirrors. And Erin says, I love Disneyland in California, by far my favorite. Well, we've never been to any Disneyland, Disney World, or anything like that, so I can't compare. But I guess I am grateful that I grew up in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and we had the indoor amusement park at West Edmonton Mall. And when we've been back to Canada, the girls have done that, and Owen last summer with us, which was great. They've gone to the World Water Park, so huge water parks. Justin says mirrors are awesome. Yes, I do love mirrors. Might be because I'm a little bit conceited.
You know what I think?
What?
Because I don't know if it's true, but I saw online that people see you 20 times more attractive than you see yourself. So, you know when you take a picture with the front camera and you're like, ugh, but then you go look in a mirror and then you're like, actually I don't look that bad. I think that you see yourself as in the
bad picture,
but what they see is what you see in the mirror.
Don't you hate that though, when you go and you look in a mirror and you're like, oh yeah, I look good today, yeah, and then you go and take a picture with your camera and you're like, why don't I look the same?
I know.
And then you go back to the mirror and you're like, no, everything's good, the makeup's good, everything else. You go back to your camera and you're like,
what happened?
And yeah, I know that happens. But yeah, I've told my kids they need to be grateful that they're attractive, because not everybody gets to be. And obviously none of us are the full package, but we have to be grateful for what we have. Stand up. No, stand up.
Stand up?
Yeah. Like a little supermodel body. Look at this little skinny, we wish we looked like this at 15. Sit down. Really tall and thin, and you know, we got to appreciate what we have. I have a pretty face, I know that, and I'm not saying it as a conceited way. I'm saying that I appreciate it, and I'm grateful that I have that, because you know, we have good things about us and bad things about us, both physically and abilities. I can't play sports, I'm not coordinated, so I can't do a lot of things that way, but as you guys know, I'm really good at gardening, at scrapbooking, at cleaning, so there's lots of things I can do, and we need to focus on the things we can do and what we have to offer. like asking Aurora to grab me stuff from the top shelf.
Steve says since I've got like a nice body and I'm like, I don't know, just like a stick basically, said that I'd be good at like sports like what's the one where you grab the stick, you run and grab the stick and then jump over the
Pole vaulting.
Pole vaulting. He said I'd be really good at pole vaulting and like sports like that.
Yeah, like different Olympic sports that her body would be good at.
With that, when I was in PE, I had a pretty good arm. I threw the furthest.
Yeah,
you know the one with the big ball that you go like that?
Oh yeah, shot put.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked shot put. I did that when I was in school too. And Grandma says I'm good at talking. And Auntie Melody says she asks her son Breton to get stuff off the top shelf for her because he's tall. So, what? That's us short people either need to ask someone or get a stool. So, I saw this little old couple in the shop the other day, and they were both really short. And there was somebody in their way for where they wanted to get to. And once that person moved and they got to it, they couldn't reach what they wanted anyway. So the woman who was just in their way, the old lady said, "Excuse me, can you get the one from the top shelf for us?" Yeah, it's funny like that sometimes when you see people who are married that look similar, like in their, you know.
I say that it's a good thing because it's like an accomplishment that I'm almost as tall as like Steve, but he's like 6 foot. Or he might have shrunk a little bit, but he's like 6 foot, and I'm only like 3 inches away.
Yeah, but yeah, her dad says that you don't want to be too much taller because
then I'll be called a freak.
Yeah.
I'll be like really, really tall.
Yeah. So, and the other thing that women who are tall have a hard time with is finding clothes, but also finding a partner that they, especially if you wear heels. Ooh. And then you're even taller. Yeah. And you don't want to not be with somebody if you really like them because they're shorter than you, because that's not really fair. But at the same time, you don't want to feel like you're a giant to them.
Allison knows this guy named Adam. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
And that's really tall.
That is. So, anything you guys want to talk about? Family. I did put this in a post that I'm hoping to get a nice family picture with all the 6 kids and me and Steve when everything allows for it, when we can get back together with COVID and stuff, because the older kids live on their own. We can't get together with them right now. What are you laughing at?
I just was like thinking, if you were doing a live and then someone wasn't feeling well.
What, and they just spewed?
Barfed on your live.
That would be hilarious.
But it'd be gross as well.
Yes. The things that come to a child's mind. So, yes, we could talk about that, but we won't. What do you want to talk about? What do you think about mums' lives?
It's interesting because you tell me all the time that it's better to just have a lot of people talk to you, because if you want to talk to more than one person at one time, say if you just wanted to talk to like 5 people, but you couldn't because they didn't like have lives or they didn't have like Zoom where you can just like FaceTime, but you could only FaceTime one of those friends. But as a live, you could have like thousands of people on, and they ask questions and then you just answer it.
So you think it's a good idea?
It's a good communication thing.
To reach out to more than one person at a time.
Yeah.
Do you think more people should do their own lives then?
Yeah. But like some people do like lives on everything, which that's a bit crazy. Like we don't need to know everything. But yeah, just to like check up on how you're doing and stuff and making sure everything's okay. Like just don't live like I'm going to the grocery store and I'm gonna get like some watermelons.
Oh, you don't want me to do that?
No.
You don't think people care?
Which one's bigger? No, but yeah, it's a good way to communicate with people that are like far away.
Yeah.
You can just answer what they say.
And what do you think about having guests and having different people? So like today it's you, but if I have a guest from, I've had Auntie Melody and I've had Samantha, but if I have guests like some of my friends from back in Canada and I introduce the people watching to people that that are important to me.
Yeah, that's really good. So like important people on this side and important people on this side, they get to like not meet each other in real life, but they get to like communicate.
Because for me, and Antimaldi agrees with what we're saying, and for me, this isn't a shot at anybody, because I love everybody and humanity, but there's only certain people that I really connect with. Good evening, Samantha. There's only certain people that I really connect with, so I have lots of people that I know, but only a few really good friends, and it's hard to find genuine people, genuine friends who are reliable and trustworthy, and you know they'll have your back and everything else. So for that, especially seeing my friends tend to be all over the world now, it would be nice for me to introduce my friends to other friends who are, you know, those people, loyal, trustworthy, like good people that you want in your life. So there might be some friendships made that way when they see, like, you know, because right now, you're my daughter, but people who haven't seen you in a long time, people who don't even know you, but they know me, are getting to see what your personality is like, even if it's for a few minutes. And you might not know lots of the people who know who you are, but they might be so excited to see me, to see what you're like and how you've grown up.
Like if they met me when I was just like really young.
Yeah, like you know, Auntie Athea in Australia, and her daughter Monet is the same age as you, so she knows what her daughter's like, but she doesn't know how you've turned out, and now she can see that you slouch.
I don't slouch all the way.
Shoulders back.
But if I go all the way up, I'm like my half of my head is.
Well, I can move the camera, so sit up tall and straight. Is that better?
Yeah.
And I'll sit on the edge of my chair.
Yeah, we're like the same height.
Yeah. I just look like I have a super long neck because of the way my sweater is going. But.
Like a giraffe.
Mm-hmm. See, that's another thing. Isn't that annoying when people make videos and they're just looking at themselves?
You're like... Yeah. Although I do have a problem with that. If there's a mirror somewhere when I'm talking to someone, I like to look at myself talking to that person instead of actually like looking in their eyes and like being serious. I find that really hard. It's not that I'm obsessed with myself or that I love myself a lot, because I don't. But I need to like get my confidence up a little bit more.
You mean you need to get your back up a little bit more. This is confidence as well. Shoulders back, sitting up tall, chin up, confidence.
But I just like to look at myself in the mirror. Sometimes when I cry too, it's weird.
I think lots of people are like that, and some people don't want to look at themselves at all. But yeah, it is rude when we're talking to you and there's a mirror behind us and you're like, yeah, Mom, yeah. Looking at yourself in the reflection.
Yeah.
Thank you, Samantha. She likes our background today.
Thank you.
My hair is getting caught. Oh, you know what? It's the reflection. Oh, yeah, it is. The way that I have the camera now, it's reflecting the... It's not a very good way to do it, but I hung up Steve's hats on the stairs. So it's not very...
Like right there.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Kalina. So, family, that is what we're talking about right now. And I can have the other kids as guests one day if they really want to. But actually, that's true. I could even have Amy and Owen because they're not here at the house, but they could be guests. Yeah. And that would be good because I think a lot of my family, because we have a close family, they would love to get to know my stepchildren and see what they were like, what they were like, what they are like. Yes. So how does it feel to be a cowgirl today?
Strange, because my look, in a sense, has changed. I am wearing stuff like a skater girl would wear, so this is very different for me. And I'd be wearing a beanie and like some like big trousers, but I'm wearing like black jeans. I just thought I'd look presentable and not like a depressed, moody teenager.
She does wear like oversized clothes right now.
Like a mature teenager.
Slouching. Samantha wrote that. Chest up, shoulders back. Yes, she does. She wears oversized clothes right now and beanies, and she doesn't look bad. She looks cute. I told her I'll call her Betty. It's a female, what in my day we called female skateboarders. But but I don't think she can skateboard any better than I can.
No, it's so scary, like, because what if you fall off?
Samantha says you look lovely, Aurora.
Thank you.
Not only falling off, this is the girl who trips going up the stairs.
Yeah, I know. Like, when I was at Grandma's and she called me for tea, I think we were having, like, hamburgers or something, and I got really mad because people kept bothering me, and it was when, April and her boys were over, and I was just trying to watch this show, Lucifer, and I got really mad, so I stomped up the stairs, but I slipped up, and then I, like, tried to act like it was okay when I first came upstairs, like acting mad, and then a couple seconds later I started to cry because I hurt myself.
But you that's one example. You've fallen up our stairs a few times here as well.
I know.
The hard part with our stairs here is that they're open at the back, so you can like slide right through them. So Aaron says, so downhill skiing isn't your thing either, and Auntie Melody said you just get back up and you wear a brain bucket. That's a helmet when you skateboard. Yeah, she kind of has a bit of the coordination of her mom, so...
But do you have, like, so I can practice, do you have a skateboard? Erica's penny board is way too small. I can't get my feet on it.
Yeah, I have skateboards. You know that I do. You don't have to be a skater.
No, I like it. I'm interested in
All
it,
right.
so I want to, but I just don't really want to get hurt.
Maxine says that you're such a beautiful young lady.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say. My style is more, like...
Beautiful young
dude.
boy.
A dude. Like, I wear
My
stuff.
son, Rory.
I wear, like, big t-shirts and, like, boys' clothes. So, like a tomboy.
No, a Rory
tom girl.
boy. Yeah, it's tomboy.
Tomboy?
Yeah. So Georgia keeps trying. Her little buddy Jay is pretty good. Oh, skateboarding we're talking about. And there was something I was going to ask you, Aurora. I learned to skateboard in Halifax, so my boyfriend pushed me down the ramp my first go. Oh, that's scary, Kalina. I can't even go in a straight line on a skateboard. Auntie was more of a tomboy. That's Auntie Melody, and that's great. Be you. So, I was going to ask you what you remember about Canada, or what your best memories about Canada are.
What time, though?
Anytime.
Like what do you moved?
What do you think the best part about having lived in Canada or going back and visiting Canada is?
The first time before we moved to England, the best part was the schools, because I hate wearing a school uniform. I know it's very formal, and the reason that they have it is because kids would bully other kids because of what they would wear. Because someone could be wearing very expensive stuff, and someone could be wearing vintage stuff. But they'd bully each other, so if we all wear the same thing, then there's no reason.
By vintage, do you mean secondhand?
Yeah, like...
Because vintage could be very expensive as well.
I know, but I mean like...
Yes, it puts everybody on the same level, so that you don't know who the rich kids are and the poor kids, and everybody's treated the same. Everybody's uniform.
I would rather wear joggers and like a hoodie to school than a uniform.
Andy Melody says Auntie is the best part of Canada.
Yeah.
So schools, being able to wear your own clothes, and what do you think the best part about England is so far, living here? And Grandma said, no, Grandma's the best part about Canada.
Is that you're happy with Steve.
That's the best part?
That's the best part. I mean, England, the weather is, ugh, no. It's always raining, and if it's not raining, it's just really cold. The house, I'm really happy with the house. I don't need any bigger. It's like a decent size for a big family like we have. But I am a little bit sad because we're like not close to like the people in Canada anymore.
Good thing for technology though, eh? Because look how many of them are watching you right now. Thank you. That's sweet that year.
And younger, and I know he does still matter, but
who?
Michael. I miss him like when we were younger.
Oh, right. Michael is the girl's biological dad. So, they do talk to him once in a while on video chat, but not as often as they would probably like to. And
No, Erica, she's like on playing Roblox with him every single day, and Mason.
Yeah, right now he's in a phase. He tends to go in and out of their lives, and right now he's in a phase of playing video games for hours with Erica. But it's good that she has that time with him, but it's not really quality time, is it?
Yeah.
So, yes, I understand. And unfortunately, he's gone through some stuff, and he's not the same person he was when the kids were younger. He's not the same person, but we're grateful that you have a stepdad.
Yeah.
And super sweet that she loves that you are happy. I know, that is very nice. That's very nice.
I heard. Yeah.
Because I wasn't asking about me, but I was asking about what
I know.
you like.
I just mean, if you're happy here, then I'm happy. Because if you weren't happy here, I wouldn't be happy.
No, you're right. Like, if your
Steve-
parents were miserable,
If
then
Steve wasn't the one, and you just like had to stay here, but you weren't happy in the relationship, I couldn't be happy. When you're upset, I'm upset because it's just hard to see you upset.
Oh, honey. I'm the mom. You're the baby.
I know, but I just...
Oh, you're getting emotional. Okay. We're all happy. You're happy too. You love this family.
But Steve just makes you really happy.
He does, but he makes you really happy too, because he's that kind of person. Anybody's lucky to have him in their life. Okay, let's stop making them cry. What was the other question I was going to ask you? We were talking about, what were we talking about besides your slouching? What were we talking about before I went on to the Canada-England thing? We're talking about families, big
Cleaning
families.
rooms, how it's like having a big family. What do you miss most about Canada? What do you like about
Yeah,
England?
I'm trying to refresh my memory of what I was going to ask you, but I can't. We were talking about you dressing like a boy.
Why you slouch so much? Skateboards. Were you going to say something about skateboards?
No, but I don't remember. It might have been about being clumsy and having coordination, but I don't remember. So, do you want to check what time it is for a kid?
For a kid. 45 minutes past 8.
Okay, so let's keep going. We were talking about Grandma. That's what Grandma said. We do miss Grandma.
Yeah, like I was going to say about Canada, it was like to see Auntie and Grandma.
And the rest of the bunch. And
yeah, like
especially because there's so many people who want to come out and visit us here too, and some people who already had plans to come out, but with COVID and everything, those plans have obviously been postponed. So even my mom, which is Grandma to them, was supposed to come out again and stay for a few months, and it just hasn't happened. I am grateful for technology that we get to keep up with everybody and everything, but it isn't the same, but it is a good second best.
Yeah.
But yeah, we tried to fit in a lot of people last summer when we got there. And
Yeah.
I'm not this summer that just passed, but the year before. And I'm really grateful that we got to do all that we were smart enough. We didn't know COVID was going to come, but that we did the year before COVID hit.
Like
so that,
when we went to Wembley.
yeah, that's where Erin was living before she moved to Kelowna. So
I remember.
and Kalina was there.
I remember.
You remember. That's good. Good story.
Where did we sleep again?
We're in my cousin Michelle's camper. She lent it to us to sleep in when we went camping in the mountains, and we went camping up in Wembley and everything. Remember?
I don't remember.
You and Erica and Aurora were in the very back, and Grandma was on the kitchen table that turned into a bed, and me and Dad were in the
big
but when we were in the mountains, because
In a-
Justin and Michelle were camping with us as well, then you guys were in a tent.
Yeah. I remember that. That's when we met Andrew, Logan.
Some friends at the camping, yeah. And Auntie Melody said camping was a blast. That was Auntie Melody in the mountains that we camped.
Yeah, that was nice.
And it was really good for Owen. The only part that was sad for my stepson Owen, who's he's 29 now. He went swimming one day. Well, we're in the mountains, beautiful scenery in Canada, all this great stuff to see. And the kids went swimming. I call him a kid. He is still a kid at heart. And he took his glasses off to go swimming. And when he came back to get his clothes and everything, his glasses were gone. So we always joke that that a bear must have taken his glasses while he was swimming. But he had to do the rest of the trip without glasses. Probably. So we told him he'll have to look at the pictures after. Oh, did I say Justin was camping with us? Calvin and Michelle were camping with us. Sorry, Justin is Calvin's brother. So Calvin and Michelle were camping with us in the mountains. And it was Michelle's camper that we borrowed.
Yeah.
And Michelle is the mom of Justin and Calvin and Nick and...
Remember that dairy cream cake?
Oh, yeah. So camping in Wembley, camping, and then Auntie Joni brings out a big ice cream cake. But we had to eat it or it would have melted. Yeah. Not everybody gets ice cream while they're camping.
Camping is supposed to... Depends on what type of camping, but like normal camping is just like a tent and you have to provide for yourself. Not like all of the...
Yeah, glamp. We don't glamp in Canada. Samantha said camping in Canada must have been awesome. And yeah, the most of a facility that we have when we go camping is in campers, like the fridge is turned on, so we have a fridge. Other than that, and then, you know, like, and then we might have a barbecue out there that uses gas propane or whatever, and then we might have like a camping stove that uses gas propane as well. So that is the luxury things. Otherwise, we might cook over the fire or whatever, but we don't have, we're not glampers. We are under the stars, visiting around the campfire, you know, any leisure time, like besides hiking or swimming or that kind of stuff, you might read a book or do some crossword puzzles if you have a crossword puzzle book or something like that. But it's more of a time to visit with people, cousins and everything else, so.
It's cool, like, in the mountains and stuff. For our residentials sometimes, I don't think they do them in our school anymore because our new headmistress.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you got to tell them. So Canadian people, what she's talking about by residentials is every year at school, in primary, so elementary and secondary, like junior high and high school, the school each year has a trip that they go somewhere for a weekend or 3 or 4 days. And different places, and it's called a residential. So Aurora's got to go on some of them, but in high school they haven't really done as many. So you're saying the headmistress, which is like the head teacher, the principal.
Yeah, she just says that we're here to learn, not to like school. She didn't say this, but this is what I am saying as what she thinks is that school is for educational purposes. It's not for fun and activities. So she said that she would cancel all of them.
Well, I mean, right now everything's canceled right now. Anyways,
oh, yeah.
Even the girls were supposed to go back to school tomorrow, but our numbers are really high here in England, and they're actually higher than they were in the spring. So we're at our highest point right now with deaths and people in the hospital and stuff, which is very sad. But the kids have to do homeschooling for the next few weeks and stay home. So, yeah, Samantha said change her schools now, get her somewhere fun. But no, I agree,
None
Samantha.
Of the schools are fun here.
But schools are school. But no, I agree that if everything was normal and we were back in school and for some reason they weren't having residentials because of that, then I would have something to say about it. But I don't know what's going on right now, and obviously residentials are canceled right now because of everything going on anyways, so.
Yeah.
But it is important, that is part of education, is social skills.
I know, but they also canceled, like, the one non-school uniform days.
Yeah.
Not because people were getting bullied, because people forgot their equipment, because
you have everything in your blazer, and then if you go with a non-uniform day, then everybody leaves everything.
But it sucks because I almost all the time bring mine, and the people who don't, they ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, there's always those issues. So Auntie Melody said, how do you feel about homeschooling right now? Like online schooling? And Samantha said she went on residentials, and she went to Sandbach High.
I was going to say about the residential bit that we did rock climbing, and I quite enjoyed rock climbing. Although it was very scary because I felt like I was going to fall off. But, I haven't done homeschooling yet. It's starting tomorrow, so I don't know if you actually look at the teacher on like a video call or if they just set homework for everyone and then you have to do it by yourself.
Hi, Michelle. So Allison does, I think it would have been like this even without COVID. I'm not sure for sure, but with her college courses, she has to do her maths again because she didn't get the marks that she needed when she was in high school to do her maths. So, but she does on Mondays, she does online with a teacher, and she doesn't have to see the teacher necessarily because the teacher's showing slides and stuff too. But all the kids, they can hear the teacher and they can hear each other, but they can mute theirs so they don't have to be on. But if they have a question, then they can ask, and I think it works really good. And then Erica has done online schooling because one of her main 5 people in her group had COVID, and so she had to get tested and she was negative. But that whole year, like all the year 8s at the school were sent home and had to be home for 10 days, and the 5 of them had to be home for like the 14 days or whatever. So she's had to do online schooling. But yeah, now that we think about it, I don't think Aurora has done any online schooling yet. So we'll see how that goes. She has homeschooled before. When we first moved here, we did homeschooling for almost a year, and it was all right, but it wasn't fun because if I'm a homeschooler like if I'm teaching them at home, that's one thing, but to run the household and to be the teacher is a lot of work. And
in school, this is like crazy coming from me and a teenager, but some people in my classes, I can't say that I'm a perfect student. I will sometimes argue with the teachers if I think that something's unfair. But the people who just like cause drama in scenes and swear at the teachers and stuff, I like to learn. If it's too hard, then it gets a little bit frustrating and I don't want to do it. But if I know how to do it or if I'm listening, then I'll enjoy doing it. But it's really hard to concentrate when people are just chatting to each other really loudly. Because I quite enjoy English literature, which is new for me, because we used to just do English language. Now we do English literature, and for Christmas we were doing the Christmas Carol, and we had to read the story first before we could watch the film. Go on. We would read some of the story, then watch the film, that little bit of the film, and then keep reading. But he wanted us to understand the book more than the film because the film just makes it easier in a way, but when you're describing it, you can put all that detail in it. So we were learning that, but I am the only person in that class who pays attention to Mr. Hopper. He's a really nice teacher. He can shout very loud though. That scared me though, because Tyler was clipping his hair in his glasses case and making weird noises, and Mr. Hopper got so mad because he was just trying to teach us. And we were supposed to be finished the Christmas Carol, and what he had to do was he had to skip the middle bit of the Christmas Carol because we didn't have enough time, and then just skip to the end because everybody was talking too much and he couldn't get any words out. But he says that I'm a really good student, and he says that I like look at him a lot and I like actually try to concentrate, but it is really hard to concentrate when people are talking and throwing things around.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the ones who want to learn and when you're in a class that you actually enjoy. There's a few things I was going to say. So my cousin Michelle had to sign off now, but she said she's done lots online, and how you interact with your teacher and students depends on the apps that you use. Mm-hmm. And look who else is on. Sophie is watching, and Sophie from drama.
Oh.
So yeah, so you and Erica used to take drama and dance from Sophie. That was your teacher for that. And then when you got older, you used to help her with the younger kids, and that's something that. And then Michelle, logged off, and Lyndon is watching as well. One of my best friend's sons, Lyndon. So hi, Lyndon. Hi, and there's lots of other people watching, but I can't always see who. But I wanted to let you know, that Sophie was watching, but I didn't want to interrupt you. So hi, Sophie. Hope everything's well. So school, being a bad student, you said, and but you only you're in year 10, right?
Yeah.
So this finishing this year, and then she has one more year after this at that school, and then she goes on to college or A-levels at a different school or something else. So,
but due to COVID, it's really hard because when we were in lockdown like that couple months ago,
yeah,
I'm very worried that all that stuff that we missed is going to affect my GCSEs.
Which is like her
Because
her final exams.
They kind of skipped that middle bit, and then they're moving on to something else. But we didn't do that middle bit, so I'm scared if there's like any
GCSEs
questions on that, I might not know what it means.
I don't think you need to worry because they're going to know what they've skipped teaching, and if they need to cram it in more or they have to, postpone GCSEs or whatever. And it's like Allison, because COVID happened last year at the beginning, at the beginning of the year, but the end of her year 11 when she had to do her final exams and she wasn't able to do her exams, so then her marks are based off of her work during the year, whether you think that's fair or not. And it was just like, so some of her marks she was like happy with, but some of them she knew she would have got a better mark if she was able to do her final exam. So it'll all work out, even if you have to do in college, if you have to redo some classes and everything else, as long as you're enjoying.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, sorry, you yeah, I forgot it again, so go on.
Like now that I'm getting older, I am like maturing in school and not messing about as much, but I am scared about that because sometimes I don't take those little tests seriously. Well, I do. I'd like try to work it out, but I wouldn't put as much effort in as I could. But then now that I know that if COVID lasts that long, so like when I'm in year 11 and they can't do the tests, then they'll mark it on those silly questions that I put for my test, not the big ones that are like the end of the year, but like the little exit tickets that we do. I put my name as Bob the Builder.
Yeah, so maybe not do that, hey?
Miss Taylor laughs though.
Okay, well, just try and be serious. I know you guys saw Erica sneak by there. That's because I'm guessing it's 9 o'clock or almost 9 o'clock, and that's her bedtime right now. So, although it should go back to her regular bedtime seeing, even though they're not in school, she has online schooling. So, okay, Erica, stand up. You can come give me a hug and kiss.
So I wasn't allowed to be in the shot.
Yeah, well, not. You can pass by. You can come and say hi and bye. And say hi to Sophie as well, your drama teacher. She's watching.
Hi.
Sit up so they can see you. Okay, say hi, bye, good night.
Bye. Good night.
Okay, I'm going to log off for now. And I loved having Aurora and Erica. And I'll try and have the rest of the kids as my guests sometime. But I am going to log off for tonight. I was really happy to be back. I'm sorry about last week. And Erica, every time you go in, you're in the reflection.
Go.
So I will look at her run. Run. That's not running.
She runs up the stairs, she'll trip like me.
Yeah. Run. Okay, so, well, I'm glad that you guys joined me for season 2, episode 1. And smile, sit up, tall, happy. And we will see you guys here next week for episode 2. Thank you for watching The Rambling Hour. I hope you enjoyed my guest, Aurora. And love you guys. And we will see you next week, 8 p.m. The UK time. And that is 1 p.m. for Mountain Standard Time in Canada. So wherever you are in Canada or in the world, you can go by that. 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 8 o'clock here in England in the UK. All right, love you guys. And bye. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. All right. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.